Is KGW News at 11.
I waited till about 6 to come down, and it's just engulfed. It's gone.
A 4-alarm fire means devastation for small business owners in Mount Angel. Thanks for joining us this Saturday night. I'm Brittany Folgers. It took more than 100 firefighters to put out the flames, but not before the fire ripped through several buildings. Christelle Kumwe talked to some of the people who lost their livelihoods.
Debris, ashes, and a smoldering fire stretched for about a block in downtown Mount Angel Saturday morning.
I thought I was going to faint. I thought I was going to fall to my knees.
Tammy Davis woke up to find her antique shop, Blackbird Granary, destroyed and her dreams crushed.
This antique shop was my dream for a long time, and with a lot of hard work and love of my family and the community, it came true for 7 years, and now it's gone.
She's not sure how she'll recover.
I can't replace this. I don't know how to start over. We survived a pandemic, and then in one night it's just gone.
The 4-alarm fire started in one of the buildings on South Main Street. It eventually spread and fully engulfed nearby buildings, including Hidden Bed of Oregon. That's Keith Cobb, watching his furniture business go up in flames.
It was like a torch, huge torch.
A feeling of helplessness as the 10 years he and his wife poured into the business crumbled in front of his eyes.
What could I do? You know, it was happening. I was wishing that it hadn't happened, but we'll survive.
He hopes to rebuild.
It's hard. It's my dream, and it's gone.
For Tammy, there's a GoFundMe to help rebuild her dreams.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just in shock. It's like a death in the family.
For now, family and friends are helping one day at a time. 4 buildings were destroyed or damaged by the fire, but authorities say there were no injuries. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. In Mount Angel, Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
Well, listen up if you're going to be on the road tomorrow. A large section of I-84 in Portland is closed for the rest of the weekend, and you're going to need to use other routes around the area until early Monday morning. Check this out. This is a live look at the closed area where crews are installing a new pedestrian bridge. The interstate is shut down between eastbound I-5 to Cesar Chavez and westbound from I-205 to I-5. It's going to stay closed until Monday at 5 in the morning. The new bridge is named for U.S. Representative from Oregon, Earl Blumenauer. Today, he toured the area where the new bridge will open next year.
I've been working with bicycle infrastructure from coast to coast even before I was in Congress. But seeing this literally in my own backyard, such a transformational project, is a source of great pride for our community and people who are committed to making cycling safe and accessible.
Congressman Blumenauer says he's been working on this project since he was a Portland City Council person. He believes it will not only help people get around safer on 2 wheels, but also boost property development in the area. People traveling around the city using the MAX train can expect some delays over the next 2 weeks. TriMet will begin work on the Lloyd Center Northeast 11th Avenue MAX station tomorrow morning. It's a high travel area carrying people on the blue, green, and red line trains. Those trains are expected to be a little slower until the 24th. That's when work is scheduled to wrap up. At least one person from Oregon is part of a lawsuit against Amtrak following a deadly train derailment in Montana. 3 people died and 7 others were injured after the train left the tracks September 25th near Joplin, Montana. Justin Ruddle of Klamath Falls was in the bathroom when he says the train jolted. That's when he grabbed onto a small rail to keep from being crushed. His lawyer is representing several passengers who are now suing Amtrak and BNSF Railway for negligence.
There's the operation of the train, there's the inspection of the train, there's the inspection of the tracks, there's maintenance of the train, and there's maintenance of the tracks.
The lawsuit could be complicated by some fine print found on the train ticket. It says passengers cannot sue over these types of incidents. Instead, claims have to be decided by an arbitrator behind closed doors outside of public court. That change came after a deadly crash in 2017 when an Amtrak train on its way to Portland derailed near Olympia, also killing 3 people. Back here in the metro, one person is dead, killed overnight by gunfire in the Portsmouth neighborhood. Officers were called to North Fessenden and Newman Avenue in McCoy Park just after 11:15 last night. Police aren't saying much else about this right now, but anyone with information on this incident should contact Portland Police. Portland police are trying to crack down on street racing. They say so-called sideshows on city streets are dangerous and people participating could be fined or spend time in jail. Sideshow is a term used around the country for when people close down streets for stunts and racing. Well, a new citywide ordinance gives Portland police extra tools to stop these types of incidents. Police say if you're caught, you could lose your vehicle, face fines up to $500, and spend up to 30 days in jail. The Portland Film Festival is in full swing, offering virtual viewing again this year. And tonight we're going to take a closer look at one film in particular, one that challenges viewers to think about racial bias and their perceptions of people of color. Art Edwards sat down with Portland director Lionel Coleman to talk about his short film, These Final Hours.
This is one of those films that makes you look inside of yourself, and hopefully that look inside of ourselves will institute change.
These Final Hours, directed by Portland filmmaker Lionel Coleman, is one of the films in this year's Portland Film Festival.
I was inspired really by the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all of the African Americans who are being murdered either at the hands of the police or, in Ahmaud Arbery's case, private citizens who were acting as an armed militia.
Coleman and the others involved in the project, including lead actor Joseph David Jones, wanted to send a message.
My friends and I, we were just tired of tweeting and putting on Instagram messages of, disdain and frustration and anger like everyone else. So we said, hey, let's use our art to create something that we feel could have an impact.
Filmed in Los Angeles in just over 2 days in November and December of last year, the main character is seen in interactions with people and situations that can be taken in more than one way.
I just kind of wanted to paint the picture of perception, biases, kind of the struggle that any person of color faces when they're encountering a Caucasian person.
The protests in Portland also played a role in the development of the film.
It saddens me when I see the destruction that happens here in the name of protesting. And I don't feel that our message comes through loud and clear when we're damaging businesses and such. This film was a direct result of everything that we were seeing, and what we wanted to do was create a piece of content that could present our message loud and clear to as wide of an audience as humanly possible.
If you'd like to check out the film, you can find it during the Portland Film Festival at portlandfilm.org. Art Edwards, KGW News.